Good morning, yogis. If there's anyone out there joining me, thank you for joining me right now. I've been doing this Sunday morning live stream every week at 9 a.m. And when I went to log in this morning, YouTube did some crazy stuff that it's never done for me in the dozens of live streams that I've done. And it froze and it was said it was live, but there was nothing streaming. So it took me literally 45 minutes just to troubleshoot that. If anyone is out there practicing with me live right now, thank you for still being here. And if you're watching this later, I didn't want to skip over doing this because I'm going to totally share. I had a complete nervous breakdown when this just happened because I was like meditating before and excited and really feeling totally needing to teach and to connect with you guys. So I didn't want to skip over it. So this is a bit late. If anyone, again, is out there, welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to teach this class today to breath. I think that that's something that's really relevant right now with what's going on in the world and just being grateful for our breath and being able to use it as a tool just to kind of ground ourselves in our yoga practice, okay? And I also really want to just talk to the three themes. This has been something that I've been really in inquiry about for this last week, not really sure what I can do as a white person with all the stuff that's going on in the world and wanting to make sure that I'm supporting and being an ally. And the three themes of Baptiste Yoga, be a yes, you are ready now, and drop what you know. They all have really been hitting me this week. Just being a yes for supporting and community and doing anything I can. And dropping what I think I know, because I don't think I'm racist, but I definitely think there's lots of shifts that can happen in society and things that I need to learn and educate myself about, and just being ready right now for something new, in society, and just something new in my own way of thinking and something new in my body, and everything right now just seems to be this new upheaval of the world. And just really wanting to be with you guys, whether it's right now live or whether you're joining me later on. Okay, so we will start in child's pose. That was a lot of words. I don't even know if it made sense, but I really need to flow this morning. So let's start moving our bodies, okay? And we'll start by sitting back. We'll start by moving our bodies by not moving our body, just letting it land for a second. And still movement here happening in your lungs, right? The breath. Make your breath nice and long. Make your breath nice and loud. Maybe just being a yes for your yoga practice this morning or whenever you're watching this. Lots of things to think about, lots of things happening. The option for this next 60 minutes is just to kind of separate yourself from all of that and really let your brain and your body have some space. Take a full breath in. Sit back deeper onto your heels. Come up onto your hands and knees, tabletop. Curl your toes under. Get your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your right fingertips forward and your left heel back. So just starting to build a little bit of heat here. Getting more active in the body, getting more present to the muscles. Hug your muscles to the bones. Lift your hand and your leg a little higher. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more. Really lengthen and lift. And then release down. Switch sides. Left fingertips forward, right heel back. Lengthen here. Find space from the tips of your fingers to your back heel. More stretch, more lift. Big breaths here. Take an inhale, go higher, and release down. Do that again on the right side. Lengthen, right fingertips forward, and then your left heel back. Hold here. Find more lift. Cactus your arm out to the side and then bend your knee out to the side. So a little bit different engagement. You've got your elbow bent, lift up through the shoulder, lift up through the elbow, then lift your knee on the left side, flex your foot, take a breath in, take a breath out. One more, lift higher, and then release down. Just starting to get the body awake. Do that on the other side. Left arm cactus, right knee with a 90-degree bend, foot flexed. Couple breaths, press the floor, lift up higher. Take a full breath right here. Stay, Last one. Breathe in and release down. Take a cow pose. On your breath in, look up. Tailbone up. On the breath out, press the floor. Round your back to cat. Do that again. Cow, chest forward, gaze up. And cat, press the floor. Round your back. Neutral spine. Downward facing dog. Just land right here. These first few moments of the practice, getting integrated, right? So give yourself some space here. Physically, some space. Try to stretch, feel out your body. Mentally, some space, right? Mentally, distance yourself from how your practice has been before. Distance yourself from how you think it's supposed to be. Those things you think you know about your poses, those things you think you know about your physical body. It's like ready right now to kind of drop what you know. The new experience of the practice this morning, maybe. New experience of your physical body. Really just looking for a new experience. What's been going on hasn't been working. Right? Something new. Possibility for a change. Step to the top of your mat. Take your feet hip distance apart. Grab your elbows or your biceps. Something I learned a long time ago in my own yoga practice was that until I believed there could be a change in my body, that it wasn't going to happen. Right? I could do the poses, I could practice 6 days a week, but if I didn't believe I could do something, then that pose stayed stuck. Nothing changed. Started to drop what I thought I knew about my body, about old injuries, about my strength, about my flexibility, right? And it's just a physical shift, but it started to shift lots more. My mind started like looking for where I was stuck. Breathe in. Fingertips to your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Up to a flat back. Fold. Extended mountain. Reach to the ceiling. Spark your fingers. Bring your hands to the center of your chest. And we'll start with one Om together. Breathe in. Sweep your fingertips up and fold forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Step back, high plank. Hold here. Breathe in. Soften your elbows a little bit. Bring more work into the arms, the legs. Fill and empty. Drop what you think you know about holding a plank, about your strength. If you need to drop your knees, do that. But if you think you have to drop your knees, I would check in. You know, we're not here that long, yogis. Press the floor. Pull your muscles to the bones. Take a breath in. Hold for the breath out. You've got this. Shift forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale down to low plank. Upward facing dog. Point the toes. Lift your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just checking in. How often in this practice do you not do something because you believe you can't? You believe it's going to be too hard for you. You're not ready yet. Believe that it's possible. Challenge yourself. Do that work. Drop what you think you know if it's limiting you. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step or hop between your hands. Right away, flat back. Fold. Extended mountain. Press your feet. Reach up. Lengthen. Fold forward. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back, high to low plank. With your breath, move. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog, hips back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Spread your fingers and your toes. Just adjust the camera. And breathe here. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step between your hands. Right away, flat back. Fold. Extended mountain. Press your feet. Reach up. Go back. Fold forward. Hug into your legs. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step back. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Press the floor. Lift your thighs. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Flat back. Fold. Extended mountain. Go up and back. One more. Big reach. Lengthen. Chair pose. And stay here. Breathe. Bring in that yes. Yeah, be a yes for staying in your chair pose. Like through the intensity of it, through the sensations of it. Sink as deep as you can. Press into the feet. Inner ankles back. Outer ankles down. It's being a yes for some discomfort. Being a yes for staying and listening to your body, maybe whenever your brain doesn't want to. 5 breaths, yeah? Sink as deep as you can. Keep the work in the legs. Biceps by your ears. 4 more. In and out. Press your feet. Reach up. Sink a little bit deeper. Work those legs, yogis. 1 more breath in here. Fingertips to the floor. Hips up. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Gaze up to your fingers. Sink down nice and deep in the lunge. Keep the hips square, yeah? So the right hip might try to draw forward, drop back. Hips face the front of your mat. Lunge down into your front knee. Breathe. Stay. Ground your feet. Lunge a little deeper. Couple more. Reach up. Feel the breath supporting you, stabilizing you. Breath right here. Take yourself deeper. 1 more. Fill your whole chest. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Fill up. Downward facing dog. Empty out. Left side. Warrior 1. Press your feet down. Gaze to your fingers. Physicality here. Press the feet. Use your breath to find the deepest expression. Full breaths. Vitality. Energy. Sink down. Feel your legs. Feel your core. Feel every finger. 1 breath in here. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your breath as it becomes labored. Just slow down. Inhale. And exhale. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look between your hands. Hop or step. Flat back. Fold. Utkatasana. 1 breath. Sink down. Just be a yes for those sensations. And then fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move your body, yogis. Upward facing dog. Chest forward. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Keep the breath. Fill your lungs. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Ground your feet. Reach. Full expression here. Chaturanga Dandasana, move with your breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Right away. Flat back. Fold. Utkatasana. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Keep moving, keep breathing. Right side, warrior one. Reach up. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Left side, fullest expression. With your inhale, reach, lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana, move it out. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your right foot up. Step through crescent lunge. Keep the back heel lifted over your toes. Yeah. Sink down into your lunge. Hands to heart center. Lengthen the crown of your head forward and then twist. Hook your left elbow on your right knee. Breathe. Draw the shoulders back. Feel that integration. Hug them together. Squeeze them together. Go deeper. Take another breath in. Stay for your twist. Warrior two. Sink down into it, yeah? Get into a little bit of an uncomfortable expression. Just be in the discomfort of it, yeah? It's luxury sometimes to be able to just run away from the discomfort. Just decide we don't want to experience it. And everyone has that luxury, right? And being stronger, like feeling that, knowing that you can stay, knowing that you can be in the uncomfortable situation. You're capable. You're powerful, right? You have to create evidence for yourself. Don't run away. Breathe through it. 3 more. In and out. Reach. Press your feet. Take a breath in. Extended side angle. Reach your left fingertips up. Breathe in and breathe out. Another breath. Space across your chest. 1 more. Big inhale. Hands to your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Crescent lunge. Space in the side body. Depth in the front knee. Breathe. Hands to heart center. Twist. Right elbow to the left knee. Keep active in the back leg. Keep intentional through shoulder integration. Breathe in. Twist it out. Again. Stay. Oh, if you fall, come back. Warrior two. Open up. Get into a nice deep expression. Drop what you think you know. If you're counting number of breaths, like, oh, I can stay for X number of breaths in this pose, drop it. Just breathe in it. Drop what you think you know about how the pose has to look. If you need to straighten the leg for a moment and then come back, perfect, stay. Different than giving up. It's an ebb and flow. Your breath, your body, your thoughts. Nothing stuck. Possibility for movement anytime you allow it. Go deeper. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Extended side angle. Right fingertips up. Take a nice big twist in the upper body. Turn your left lung up to the ceiling. Draw the right shoulder back more. Take another full breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step back, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Fullest breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Feet together at the back of your mat. Come forward to a high plank. Spin your heels to the right. Take your left arm up, side plank. You can drop the bottom knee if you need to. I would check in if you need to or you just want to, right? Drop what you think you know. Like, oh, I need to drop my knee. Do you? Who knows? Maybe you do. Maybe you just always do that. Today's the day you can be stronger, right? And keep that leg straight if it's possible. Breathe in and lift up. Take a full breath. Stay. One more fullest expression. Fingers, toes, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Feet together at the back of the mat. Come forward. Spin your heels to the left. Side plank other side. Keep the shoulders, wrists, elbows all stacked. Strong legs, strong core. Expansion possible. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. A little higher. Lift it up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward. Downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. Twist to the right. Just ready right here. Something different. Twist further. Sit deeper. Open your arms, whatever it is. Always curious about how there can be a change, how it can be interesting. What can you do that's new? What old limiting beliefs can you just let go of? Come back to center, switch other side, stay in that heat in your legs. Breathe in, breathe out, lengthen, and twist. Do that again. Shoulders hug back. One more breath. And release. Fingers to toes. Take your feet hip distance apart. Scoop up your toes. Let go. Always possibility to learn something new about yourself, about other people. Never stuck. If you think that you're 100% sure about something, then you probably have some learning to do. It doesn't matter what the topic is. If you're sure that you know something and you defend it to the death, there's a lot of people that might disagree with you about that. Don't get angry, get curious. Crow. Your brain has told you you can't for a long time. Get curious about that. Why are you telling yourself this? What can you do? What would empower you in those moments? Crow pose, palms down, knees to triceps, feet lift. Option here to play with straightening the arms a little bit more. That's crane pose. Oh, take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, shoot back. Maybe. Go upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Sweep all the way up. Take eagle on the right side, right arm under, right leg over. Sink down nice and deep. Equanimity, coming back to center. This is really the work of life. You're balancing on one foot, that's great. But balancing the thoughts. Reach up, switch sides. Your thoughts take you in different directions. Sometimes you think amazing thoughts. I'll say sometimes I think amazing thoughts. Sometimes I think thoughts that are like disturbing to me, that like surprise me that they even come into my head, right? I think that's the human condition. Things about myself, things about other people, and then I don't like it, right? That's the word, catch it. You can't stop your brain. That's like programmed maybe from your society, your childhood. Switch sides, eagle. But you can be in awareness of the thoughts. Catch them. Drop what you think you know, things you thought for ages if they don't serve you, if they don't serve the people around you. Sink deeper. Go even further down, get a little bit more discomfort in the legs, the core, squeeze them in, and then release it, reach up. Switch sides, eagle. Ready right now for a different belief. Ready right now for a different experience. If you believe something is true, then that's what you're going to experience. That pose is hard. That body part's weak. That person does things better than me. You're going to see evidence of it over and over again. Switch sides. Standing leg raise on the right. Grab your knee, open up to the side. Change is too hard. Nothing's ever going to impact the way it needs to. What difference can I make? Those are the stories that you're going to live in. Bring your heel forward. Press your heel to the front of your mat. Sweep back. And it starts right here on your mat, right? Building blocks. Start to challenge the belief of I can't do that. Start to challenge the belief of I'm not strong enough. And then all of a sudden you start to see that they're not true. You can make a change. Physically. In society. Half moon. It shows up in different ways. It doesn't have to be feeling bad you're not doing enough. Just look for what more you can do. Take a breath in. Like right here in the pose, where can you access more vitality, more space? Breathe and release. Whoa, almost fell over. Good. Halfway lift and fold. Sweep all the way up. Standing leg raise on your left side. Grab the left knee. Open. Gaze forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Even more. Stay here. Foot back to center. Extend the leg. Lift the toes. Fly back, airplane. Bottom foot at 12 o'clock. Press the left heel back. Lift your chest, your fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. Higher. Stay. One more breath here. Hands to heart center. Open to your half moon. Any version. Block under your fingers. Maybe today's the day you finally float your fingers. And if you try that and you fall out, at least you tried, right? Keep trying. It might not work perfect the first time. You might have to improve. You might have to change what you're doing, but there's possibility if you're open to change and open to curiosity. Lift higher and release feet together. Oh, halfway lift. Fold forward. Sweep all the way up. Right side, dancer. Grab the inside of your foot. Kick back into your right hand. This constant work of equanimity, this constant balancing game. If you don't like where your body is in the pose, shift it. Become more stable, feel more strong. Switch sides. If you don't like where your mind is in the pose, shift it to something that makes you feel stronger. I can't. That's impossible. Those stories are always going to steal your power. Like always. Switch sides. Dancer on the right. Change always comes from somebody thinking the impossible is possible, or there'd never be change. Lift up and switch. You don't have to see how it's possible. You don't have to know all the steps to get you there. You don't have to have a whole group of people supporting you. Those things help. Maybe get you there faster. Tree. But it just comes from a belief that it's possible. Always. Grow your tree. Challenge yourself today to take your fullest possible expression in tree. And if you fall out, if you get right to that edge, if it falls apart, you make the choice in that moment to give up. Well, that was a waste of time. I won't do that again, right? Why bother? It didn't go perfectly. Or in that moment, you make the choice just to begin again. Get curious. How can I do that? Better, stronger, more joyfully, more curiously. What else is possible than giving up? Taking one failure as an excuse. Breathe in and release. Switch sides. Tree on the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring expansion. Bring your fullest, joyful expression, and maybe that takes you right out of the pose. Perfect. Smile. Laugh it off. Come back. Take a breath in and release. Let it go. Sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hides a little plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. And warrior two. Triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Reach the right fingertips forward and then come down. It's a nice place for a block here. Take the support if you need it, yeah? Breathe. Lean back into your twist here. There's a softness to both knees too. Make sure they're not locked. No locked joints, no locked poses. There's always fluidity, malleability, like possibility to move, shift, access something more, access something less if that's what you need. Take a breath in, take a breath out, gaze up to your top fingers, and exhale. Pull yourself up to stand on the breath in. You'll turn your right toes in. So your feet are parallel to the ends of your mat. And we will move into forward fold, wide leg forward fold. If you practice a headstand, go for it right here. I'm going to take one this morning. I feel like that's great. Don't always need it. This morning, I feel like I really want it, right? And if you don't practice headstand, just be curious about how to get your head closer to the floor. I have a headstand workshop from several weeks ago. You can check that out later if you want some tips on how to get into it one day rather than believing it's impossible. I believed this was impossible for a long time, for sure. No way I'd ever go upside down. Things change. People change. Situations change. It happens a lot faster when you're open to seeing it. Take a breath in. If you're upside down, come back down. Wide leg fold. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Take pyramid pose. Yeah, so toes face forward, back foot steps in. Draw your right hip bone back and fold. You can shake your head out, yes or no. Don't go with any tension in your neck. You don't have to hold up the head here, right? It's not like this. Just drop it. Breathe in. Press your heels down, soften your knees. Come up to a flat back. Twisted triangle. Left hand to your right foot. Right hand either on your low back or you can reach it up. It's also a nice place for a block here. Keep twisting center of your chest to the right side of your mat. Breathe in. Draw that right shoulder away from your ear. One more breath. Twist it. Hands to your mat. High to low plank. Step back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Reach up. Open to warrior two. Triangle pose, straighten the front leg. Reach forward, grab your block if you need it. Draw the shoulder back. Twist your bottom ribs up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, reach and twist. Look up, pull yourself up to stand. Turn your left toes in. Hands interlaced at the low back, yeah? You can press your knuckles down to the floor and then fold. Let your fist come up and over your head. Breathe. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more. Soften even more. Turn into pyramid here. You can keep the hands bound if you want to. Hands at the low back, and you find your feet first. Fold over your legs. Make sure that left hip isn't drawing forward. You want to keep the hips square. Left hip bone back, right hip bone forward. Feel that leg, that left leg just lit up for me. Breathe in. Go over your head. Again. Twisted triangle. Right fingers to the left foot. Left arm up to the ceiling. Draw back your left hip. Press down into your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach and twist. One more breath. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come forward to high plank. And lower all the way to your belly. Let's take a moment here. One cheek down. Just a few breaths. Feel your heartbeat. Slow down just for a second. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Reach your arms back beside you and lift up. Just hold here. Engage your core. Keep that nice and strong. Interlace your hands. You can stay lifted. Bound locust pose. Press your knuckles back. Like you can stay lifted, yeah? Hug your legs. Lift them higher. Lift your collarbones higher. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Even higher. Stay, yogi. You got this. Take a breath in. And release all the way down. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. And come back to center. Floor bow. Grab the outsides of your ankles. Kick back into your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Kick back, lift higher. Squeeze it in. Take another breath. And release all the way down. Hands by your low ribs. Lift yourself up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Walk forward. Come on to your knees. So like halfway up your mat. Come down. If you need extra padding, you can put a towel under your knees or fold up your mat for some extra cushioning there. Hands on your low back is a nice place to start. Start to go up and back with your chest. If you can reach for your heels, go for it. It's a big heart opener, a big throat opener. So good for right now. Feel this opening. Let your head fall back to where you can still breathe, that there's space in your throat. Openness across the front of your chest, your heart. 5 breaths. In, out. Lift your chest. Gently press the hips forward. Open it up. Stay. Another breath. Empty. Come up. Come down onto your back. Move into bridge. Starting to really get into the back bends here. Supported bridge is nice. I'm going to take that to start here. So supported bridge, just putting a block under your low back can feel really nice. Some of you might be able to actually get like your thumbs into the crook of your back here. This can also feel really good. Or maybe you like want to go to wheel right away. Go for that. You're a practice yogi, right? Do whatever you do. If you always kind of hang out in bridge, check out in bridge, then maybe just take wheel, fire it up. This is getting into the peak of the practice, right? So all this work you've been doing, all this space you've been creating, being a yes, dropping those limiting beliefs, like right here, all of that tapas, all that heat comes to a head. So like, don't check out on yourself, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Capable, powerful. Take a breath in, bring yourself down wherever you are. We'll set up for wheel. Hands by your ears. Lift yourself up. And then breathe here. Don't worry so much about the number. I'm not going to count. Like I'm kind of going to count, but I'm not going to count out loud. Just be in this work. This is challenging work, right? And if you're in bridge just hanging out, wondering how many wheels I'm going to do, kind of analyzing it, just go up right here, yogi. Right? You might be there by yourself or 1 or 2 other people with you at home, but just like do that work. And if you have to come down, then you come down, but do the challenging work. Don't hang out sitting by waiting for it to be over. Go up and then breathe through that discomfort. Live through the discomfort and you come out stronger on the other side. You can stay up or come down. Take a breath there. I'm going to stay up this morning. Then go back up if you're down, yogi. Come back up into a back bend, right? Find the lift. Find the vitality. Find that yes in your body. Find that yes in your mind to go even bigger, even higher. You can come down or stay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back up. Wheel. Come up, yogis, like do the work right here and find the power in your body. Find how strong you are. Find how capable you are. Big breath in, lift up, stay or come down. Your choice, yogi. You can stay or you can rest. Neither's the right or wrong answer. If you're resting, enjoy it blissfully. And then go back up. Last one here, bridge or wheel. Take your fullest expression. Whatever you're doing on your mat, play with possibility, curiosity. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Stay. Last breath. Lift your hips. Come all the way down. Ha. Acknowledgement to whatever you just did. I can't even see you out there. I'm just going to assume that you worked or rested, right? Depending on what you need. Some days I know for me, supported bridge is all that I take. And I know years ago for me that supported bridge was maybe all that I ever thought I'd be able to do, right? And things change. Things change, people change. It's possible. It's not always easy. It's not always comfortable. Happy baby. But it's possible. If you believe it's possible, then it's possible. If you believe you can change, if you believe people in your life are able to change or open to learning, then you have a hell of a lot better chance of changing their mind than if you just tell yourself there's no point. Press your heels up. Hands behind your head. Drop the right heel, scissor legs, alternating here for 1, 2. Keep your shoulders lifted, ribs to your hips, shoulder blades off the mat. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet up. Bend your knees, bicycle twists for 1, 2. Keep your knees over your hips. Don't bring them in too close to your chest. Try to make that work by lifting the shoulder to meet the knee. Breathe in and out as you move. Do another 10. 9, pressing the feet, working the legs, the core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Grab the backs of your knees. Rock front to back a couple times. Then come up to boat pose, Navasana. We're going to hold here for a little bit. Challenge yourself. Yeah, you might be here. This is a great pose, right? Working chest lifts, shoulders back. Any version, bring that in. Lift up the center of your chest. Integrate your shoulders. Maybe you straighten the legs. Maybe you straighten the arms. Oh, you know what's good? Do this. Bring your palms to the outsides of your calves and press in. Oh yeah, press your calves into your hands. That's a good one. Do that. Lift your chest. Actively here. Legs pressing into hands. Hands pressing into legs. Take a breath in. And release. Rock back. Make your way into downward facing dog. Put your right shin forward. Come down into half pigeon. You can use a block here if you need a block to support the right hip. And just settle in. These last moments of your practice, make sure you keep your minds here. I spent this last week really trying to do a lot of self-inquiry and getting clear on my own, beliefs, my own issues that I think again, I don't think I'm racist. I don't think I'm prejudiced. But I also don't think I know everything, right? I think everybody has space to learn right now. This coming from a gay man, a homosexual that was overweight, morbidly obese from part of my childhood, had really severe cystic acne. I get prejudice. I get feeling judged. But I don't get what it's like to walk out of my house and not be able to change those things. You don't have to know I'm gay. I can change my diet and change, medications for my acne, which I did. But unless you've lived through the experience, you don't have any say. If that makes you reactive, if that makes you frustrated, I've been through these things too. It's different. I think the most that I've learned in this past week is just that I have a lot to learn. The world has a lot to learn. Which I already knew before this week, and then it just added more things to the list of stuff that I just think is misunderstood. Switch sides. Half pigeon on your left. Your mind takes you somewhere else, come back. Your mind takes you back to old ways of being, old beliefs that you know deep inside are not serving you. It doesn't matter what those beliefs are about. I know those things that I'm still doing to this day that don't serve me, right? I think everybody knows those habits, those beliefs, those things we say about ourselves, those things we say about family members, putting them in a box, believing we know what they think or what they're going to do. Drop what you think you know. When you do that, you're being a yes for a different experience. Both feet out in front of you. Seated forward fold. When you're a yes for giving up those old beliefs, then there's possibility to create something different. Fold. I know that mentally I'm a lot more open-minded because of the work I did on my yoga mat, my own work of being more accepting of my body, more encouraging of what my capabilities were, more, empowering in my thinking. Started in my yoga poses. Come down onto your back. Take waterfall or shoulder stand or a headstand here. Maybe now's your headstand. Go for it. Just allowing yourself to breathe here. Like I said at the beginning, this focus on breath, I think in the yoga practice, like breath for me is the pillar, like the top. My breathing, I like a strong breathing. I like ujjayi, all of those things that really helped me empower my practice early on. Just being able to take deep breaths freely, something to be grateful for. And something you don't want to overlook or lose sight of. If you're in shoulder stand, you can go through plow, deaf man's pose. Slowly come back down onto your mat. Remove your block if it's there. Extend your left leg long, draw your right knee into your chest, and then draw your right knee across your body for supine twist. Keep the shoulders on the ground, really stretch out your side body, your low back. Breathe in. Deepen that stretch. And switch sides. Right leg long, left knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze, and then cross it over your body. Stretch your side body. Open up the low back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze right here. Move into Supta Baddha Konasana just for a few breaths. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Let yourself wind down. Feel that flow, that movement of your breathing. And just be appreciative of that. Grateful for your lungs, grateful for your breath. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself one final squeeze right here. And you will release to final Shavasana. Close your eyes, open your hands, just rest. Be a yes for shifting your thinking. Be a yes for letting go of old, stale, limiting beliefs. Giving up what you think you know. Giving up what you know limits you, but you keep thinking anyway. You take on that work, just being a relentless yes for yourself, a relentless yes for humanity. And anything's possible. Like ready right now for it to be a change. Ready right now for you to make that shift. Ready right now for me to make the shifts that I know need to happen. Meditating more. Keeping the food that's going in my mouth, nourishing my body and nourishing my mind. Really staying connected to this community, staying connected to yogis, people with positive thinking, people that are at the front of the change, surrounding yourself by them. It all just starts by coming back to like what's happening right here in this breath. This breath that you are so blessed to be able to take. Take a full inhale, your fullest one yet. Wiggle your fingers and toes, take a full body stretch. You will roll over onto one side, fetal position. And with your eyes still closed, bring yourself up to a seated position. And sitting up nice and tall. Thumbs pressed into the center of your chest. There's one more moment here of gratitude for your breath. And we'll finish with a powerful, powerful Om. Breathe in. Thumbs to the center of your forehead. Together we bow and we say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis. I think a couple of you maybe are out there live with me, and if you did end up joining me again, I thank you for like the 5th time. I do appreciate you coming every Sunday. I'm here every Sunday at 9 a.m. doing a live stream unless YouTube tries to stop that from happening. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There is other stuff coming out. I do cooking classes over Zoom that get uploaded. I do recipe videos and also other kinds of yoga classes throughout the week. So please subscribe, please like the video, share it, and keep moving your body, keep nourishing your body, and really, whenever you can, embrace those 3 themes of Baptiste Yoga. Be a yes, drop what you think you know, and you are ready right now for something different. Yeah. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you again really soon. Thank you, yogis that are out there with me. I appreciate you. I'm going to end it here so we can keep it within the hour time limit, but I always stick around and the chat stays open for a few minutes after the live stream. So if anyone has anything to say, have an awesome rest of your day.